Hey, what's up guys? So today we are going to, or you guys are going to watch me put together this dollhouse. This is a vintage 1978 A-frame Barbie dream house, and I've got a couple of these in the last couple months, and I figured I'd do a video on me building one. They can be frustrating, but after you've done it a couple times, just like anything else, you get used to what to have available, what you need, and how to put it together. So here we have all the parts, and of course I've got my tools with me. This is just a little packet that comes with the dream house or the dream cottage, which is a smaller version of this dream house. So let's get started. Alright, hey guys, so we're working outside just because it's easier and a lot more room. We've got our cordless equipment to get started. So first we're going to obviously pull out the floor pieces, and the floor pieces have a top and a bottom, and you'll know because take a look at the squares, they look differently. And also on the back it'll tell you if it's a top floor or a bottom floor. So that's very helpful because it does make a difference in putting this together, obviously. So we are putting one side together. There are three parts to this dollhouse, and we're going to start with one of the sides. Each side is the left and the right side are the same way that you put them together, and the middle is different. And as you can see, it did not fit into that first way I put it, so that is kind of a fail-safe. It only goes in one way. The screws that are being used, they do come with the dollhouse obviously, but if you are missing any screws, you can always just pick some up at your hardware store. I believe they were about an inch or inch and a half Phillips, or no, I think it's a flathead. Either way, you can pick them up at any hardware store for pretty cheap. So clearly I had put that in the wrong direction because the longest part was on the wrong side. Both of the long parts need to be on the same side so that the roof will fit properly. So sometimes the tall pieces, these plastic columns, tend to twist a little bit, so just be careful with that. As you can see in that photo I showed you, that is exactly what I was doing there, but you see it was twisting. So again, it can be a little frustrating because you have to hold them together at the same time that you're pressing the floor on, and you might even need an additional hand. As you can see, the struggle is real when you forget something and you have to pull one of the pieces back off because, again, they're exact and you have to pull them up at the same time. So just be careful. Some of the columns can be delicate. What I forgot to put on was the column covers. Each of the columns have a cover that goes over top of them to hide I guess to make it look more streamlined. These are the most delicate of the entire house. You will find them cracked or in the middle of cracking. They're always very brittle. So just make sure you put that in your listing. That is a common thing that happens, and collectors are very aware of that. So I'm putting them on here. And sometimes I actually forget to put them on, and I have taken a photo with them off, and I just add them in the photo with all the other items and furniture. Now there are three different sizes for the column covers. I believe it is 13, 14, and 15 inches. You can find the instructions to build this dollhouse online, and that will tell you which size goes on which column. I did look that up. I did look that information up to see how to put those on there because I couldn't remember which ones went where. Now these railing pieces are pretty simple to put in. You just slide them right into these little notches that they have on each side of the columns, and they also go into the floor. If they do not go in right away or properly, it means that the floor is not level or the columns are not fully pressed into the bottom of it. As you can see, I'm having trouble putting it in right here, not realizing that one of those things is happening. So just make sure that your floor is pressed down, bottom and top floor, and that the columns are pressed in. Sometimes you might have to bang on them a little bit because again it's older, and don't worry, the plastic floors can handle it. The frustration, you guys, sometimes. Day in the life of, right? So right here you see that I'm banging on the floor. That was the problem as I look at the camera, but it happens. So moving on, these small column covers go on the outside of these railings. And just putting other column covers on the other side. We'll speed it up for the sake of time. And next piece up is the roof. No real explanation needed. There are slots in the rear of the roof, and that's exactly where you slide them onto the columns. Just as a tip, when you're using the electric drill to put these in, make sure you're holding the plastic columns. You don't want them to break while you're putting them in there or strip, because that can happen. And voila, our first side is done with the regular structural part. Put that to the side, get started on the next one. Remember, don't forget to check the bottom of the floors to see which one you need to put down first. As you notice, that one did say bottom. Oh, didn't fit. So this is me checking the bottom to make sure it's the bottom floor. Also checking to see where the words are, because based on where the words are will tell me where this should go. And again, it won't fit only in the correct areas, as will it fit. Again, make sure you're holding the plastic columns, because and just take your time with inserting the screws. You truly can crack them because they start to twist along with the screw. Oh, notice what I did again? I did it again. I forgot to put the column covers on. So it's so easy to forget about these things. And again, if you do forget and you put the whole thing together, just put them in the listing in a separate photo. It's okay. Seriously. Here we go again with this stupid railing. I just have to laugh at myself sometimes, guys. Alright, so remember, you're just going to try a couple of things on it. You're going to bang on it on the corners to see if that will help. You're going to press on the columns to make sure they're in the holes properly and not sitting on the floor. What is doing again? Oh, wait a minute. Did y'all hear that? Let me rewind that and slow that down so you can hear the click. Alright, and side number 2 is done. So now we're going to move on to the middle part of the dollhouse. Now the middle part is basically the same as the left and right parts. It's just the only real difference is that it is taller. All of the columns are the same height, so that's mainly the difference there. And then of course the rooftop piece. Hey, look, I didn't forget the column covers this time. Now, I slowed it back down to normal speed here because I do want you guys to understand, yeah, the struggle is real with these pieces, and you can struggle with them. I don't know if it's because they're older or if it's because they're exactly proportioned to how they're supposed to go on, but it can be a struggle to get this on. That is common, so if it's happening to you, don't freak out or don't think something's wrong with it. It's just that's how it is, as you can see. Alright, so this piece right here is the piece where the closet would go on the top floor, and right here I'm just trying to figure out which side I need to put it on, because again the pieces are front and back, and I just want to make sure that I'm not going to be struggling too much with it. So this piece you insert into the floor. There are lines in the floor where you can insert that into. The same way that we were putting the railings on the side, the right and the left pieces, dollhouse pieces. So again, I might have to do some banging and making sure these columns are in there in the slots to make sure that this will fit in properly, as you can see right there. Now this one is for the other side, obviously. This is where the balcony is, and this one can be a little tricky. Again, all the same rules. You want to bang it down a little bit, make sure that it's down. But yeah, just getting those floors and the ceilings, yeah, there you go, in the correct spot, so everything should just slide in and fit right in. So in all honesty, I could not get these covers to go on, and it really wasn't that important to me at this time. So I wasn't going to continue with the frustration. I just slipped the covers off and left them off for just this part. Alright, so next up we have the roof parts that go on the middle part of the house. And again, they have slots on the back side that show you exactly where they go on the columns. And sorry, I didn't realize I needed to adjust the camera when I was doing this. And I do want to apologize. I don't know what happened to the video of me actually putting the windows, or if I actually took it, I can't remember. But for all the windows, you just pop them in. They have little tabs. You pop the windows and the doors in place, and it's pretty simple and easy, so it's really nothing to show there. And there we go. All three of our pieces are together, and we have a nice 3-foot A-frame Barbie dream house. Now here we have the basic structure, the regular dollhouse as it pretty much came. I added the windows off camera and made sure all the windows and doors were on it. There are 2 additional pieces that came with this that are hard to find. You see I'm missing the closet right there, but those are patio porch pieces, and it looks like this. These pieces hook on to the corners and attach the house together so that you have a continuous floor. They are very hard to find pieces. You don't find them often, if at all. So needless to say, a highly sought after item for collectors. Here is the dollhouse with the furniture that I have put in it. This is original Dream House furniture. Some of the dollhouses came with the furniture, some were just the dollhouse. It just depended on which one, which set you bought. The Dream House furniture is different colors sometimes. I come across white, blue, pink tables, purple tables. So they have a range of colors for all the items that you see in there. The tables, the couch, chairs, even the blankets and pillows will be different colors and different prints. Again, this one is just missing the closet and 1 closet door right there. And I have sold this dollhouse before. Now this one is listed currently, but I sold a dollhouse this past summer. I'll put the screenshot up here. As you can see, they do sell for a pretty good amount. I will say that shipping for that dollhouse was just under $100, so $406 minus, I think it was maybe $80 to ship it. And there you go. Here are just some actual listing photos for this current listing for this dollhouse that I put together here. And you'll want to be subscribed because I have a video coming out next on how I package and ship this dollhouse. Thanks again for watching, guys.